Hello, this is another video brought to you by rodentman.com. Today we're going to compare two very good gopher traps. The Blackhole Gopher Trap and the DK-2 Gopher Trap. Both of these traps are very similar in a lot of ways. They're approximately the same length. They're about the same inside diameter. They work on a very similar principle where one has a wire that comes up and exterminates the gopher, and the Blackhole has a cable which does the same thing, and each of them have a push trigger inside. Also, each trap has a light and air hole in the rear of it, which is exactly what the gophers are trying to plug when they get into the trap. So which trap is best? That's a difficult decision. Each have their own advantages and disadvantages. I will start with the Blackhole Gopher Trap. One thing I like about the Blackhole, it's a very hard plastic, and if you're repeatedly using the trap, this Blackhole Gopher Trap is much easier to clean than the wooden DK-2. Another thing I like about it is the round bottom. If you're placing it in a gopher tunnel, the round bottom is easier to match up with the tunnel than the square trap is. And I like that a little bit too. It just makes it easier to put the trap into the tunnel. One disadvantage of this trap is the black color. On a very hot day, this really cooks up a lot of heat, and a gopher will not go in it if it's really hot. You can solve that sometimes by placing grass or making sure that it's set in the shade. And usually it's hard to find shade where gophers are, so if you do set them in the hot sun, put some grass or something over it so that they keep cool. Now another disadvantage, and it's a very small one, is the push trigger in the back is made from plastic, and sometimes if a gopher isn't dispatched immediately, they can damage that and make your trap unusable or less usable. So that's one advantage of the DK-2, is that it does have a steel push pan, so this one will not break. They both set about the same. The DK-2 is open on the bottom, and some people feel that it's a more natural approach for the gopher when they're on the ground and they don't have to hop into an opening such as is on this, although I feel that it is a very small difference. Basically, either one, when they push on the trigger, will go off and catch an exterminated gopher. They're both made in the United States. This one, of course, being a lighter in color, doesn't cook up as hot on a hot summer day. The wood is a little harder to clean than the plastic, but they both are very dependable traps. I'll just quickly show how to set the DK-2. Compress the spring, flip the latch over, and hook it onto that part. The gopher needs to push on this. This company also makes a very similar trap called the Critter Getter, and although it looks very similar, the main difference is instead of having a push trigger, it has one they can pull, and this is used more for rats and chipmunks and ground squirrels, whereas this is the real Gopher Getter. So there you've had the side-by-side comparison. I think if you went and set these side by side, you'd have very similar results. I just thought it would be good that you would have an opportunity to see what the differences are between the Blackhole Gopher Trap and the DK-2 Gopher Getter Gopher Trap. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, you can look on the rodentman.com website or give me a call. Thank you very much.